Yo, what's going on, everybody? Once again, it's your boy, E. Charles, Rosie, Mike, Glory, Finance, the We Break Signing Show. Yes. We got a major special guest in the building. My brother, Simon Obas.
What's good, brother?
Yo.
Simon, what's good, homie?
What's up, my man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Thanks for coming, bro.
No doubt. Thanks for having me.
You looking good, man. You looking good.
So same to you.
The beard's getting a little rough, but
how you gonna play him like that?
Is that a new little trend you got going on?
You know, it's the winter time.
Stay warm.
You gotta stay warm.
You got the Jim Jones going.
The Jim Jones? Nah. It's the Simon Obas. One of those. Bro, hit it with the bro one more time.
Yo, Simon, real quick. Tell them the story when we was kids and you did something bad to me and you had to apologize and you kissed me in the forehead.
Oh,
what?
Man. I was back in the day, man. We was at Esther's house. We might have been like 8 or 9.
I thought we was younger.
Maybe. We might have been 5. And we were doing something in the living room and I punched him in the stomach and he started crying. And then he just started crying a little. My parents made me apologize and I kissed him on the forehead. You know? And that was the beginning of our friendship.
Brothers for life.
On the forehead.
I don't remember that kiss. Can you give me another kiss in the forehead?
I'm dead. Y'all look stupid.
This was crazy.
Yo, for real. Simon, you've been a great motivator for everybody the last few years.
Thank you.
And shout out to Pam. Pam, I know you hear this.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, real talk. Me and Pam was having a conversation, and she was like, "Yo, Simon is one of my biggest mentors," and you know, a lot of people say that about you.
Much love. Shout out to my homegirl Pam.
Yeah. So my question to you though,
what's up, my brother?
do you feel is that a little overwhelming because a lot of people are looking up to you, or you're like, "Oh man, I can't really make a mistake," because you know what I'm saying?
You know, that's a great question, and you know, I hear this mentor, role model comment, you know, pretty often, and you know, it does put a lot of pressure. Because I feel like when people classify
talk directly to
the mic,
yes,
is this better?
Yeah.
No doubt. I was saying, I have heard this comment, this notion of being a mentor / role model, and to me, you know, when it puts you on a pedestal, and when you do make a mistake, it's like, oh my God, this person did this. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is. You know, to whom much is given, much is required. So if God put me here on earth to do this, then absolutely, I'll take it.
Absolutely, right. and we're all human. You know, people gotta understand too. Like we make mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But Simon, he's you know, he's that guy. He's that guy right now, bro. He's that guy.
That's awesome. So Simon, there's like, I feel like you do so much. I'm on your website and I'm like, what does Simon not do? But I mean, you know, we're gonna talk about your book. You just wrote this book. You're working on your doctoral degree. Is that correct?
Yes.
Dr. Obas.
Yes. Doctoral at Fordham, right?
That's major, bro.
That's amazing. And you are the founding assistant principal of a school in New York City, in the Bronx.
In the Bronx.
That's
really
so
cool.
much. That is amazing.
I thought that was Harlem, bro.
No, I live in Harlem.
You live in Harlem.
Okay.
Yes.
That is just awesome. So it's just inspiring to hear all that. So I want to figure out, like, where did all this start for you when you decided, like, I want to venture and do something great? Like, what inspired that in you?
Oh man, listen, I'm inspired by any and everything. You know, I'm inspired by friends, family, things that I see on TV, books that I read. I go to church. You know, my faith in God is definitely strong. But I guess the inspiration comes from my parents. They come from Haiti. You know, they don't come from much. So, you know, ever since I was a child.
And Vanya, me and you can relate.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely you guys can relate as well. You know, and ever since we were kids, you know, my parents just always instilled this drive in me that you can do good and you can be great.
Absolutely.
And that's pretty much where it comes from. And just, you know, surrounding myself with good people who are, you know, trying to get it. That's how chasing their dreams. That's where it comes from, really.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So should we get into the book? I feel like there's so many like angles we could start at. But
so let's whatever. It's let me know.
As far as the book is called The Grind.
It's called The Grind.
You hogging on
I'm sorry.
No, shut up.
I'm so sorry. I'm excited.
I feel like a stepchild. I'm all.
So sorry. All right, you take it, Mike. My bad.
No. Go ahead.
Ask your question.
Yo, Mike always has bad luck in the interviews.
I know.
I'm
saying.
Yeah, y'all gonna leave my man Mike alone. Me and Mike used to work together back in the day.
Hey,
Back in the day,
you know what I
AMP,
mean?
baby.
Hey, like I was saying earlier, he's like the little kid that mess everything up after you clean the room. You come home, the books are on the floor,
Word.
toys everywhere. That's Mike.
But I got that innocent look. You will never know it's me.
Bruh.
All right, Simon.
What's up?
So, in your book, you mentioned, you had you couldn't stay in school because of financial issues.
Yeah,
And this was your freshman year, right, bro?
correct.
Okay.
So you came back to Danbury and you worked a few jobs.
Correct.
And in order to raise money, you asked your manager if each staff member could donate $1.
Yep.
Now,
And that's brave, bro.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
Listen, when you're a kid and you have dreams and you're trying to get it, you
real.
do what you got to do. And for me at the time, I was in a place where I'm trying to get back into school.
Yeah.
So I figured this big company, and I won't name the company out of respect for them.
Correct.
I just asked the CEO, do you mind asking, can everybody donate $1?
Correct.
Wow.
what was the outcome?
Oh, I got fired.
Oh,
Yeah,
Really?
I got fired that same
Bruh.
day.
really?
Yeah. I got fired for asking that, for having the audacity to ask that. It's like, who's this kid? I was a custodian. I was cleaning the bathrooms. I was sweeping, etc.
Wow.
I got fired.
Wow.
But it's all good.
Right.
I'm
you,
out
you
here.
kept it moving.
I kept it moving. I kept improving.
Hey, it paid off. Look at
That's all
this.
right.
It paid off, bro.
God had he had a mission for you.
Yes, he did.
The journey's never an easy journey to
never.
begin with. So you kept going, you kept your faith, and that's a good thing. Now look at you today, very
sir.
successful.
Yes, sir.
That
Listen,
was really amazing.
on that subject too, I think you said you met with him years later, right?
Oh yeah, I ran into him.
And how did that go?
I ran into him years later. He didn't recognize me at first. He was with a colleague who recognized me, and I was in a full suit. So we started talking, etc. And we were done. He asked, can I? He invited me to come in to do some sort of. They were doing a diversity series workshop.
And he still didn't recognize you at this
he
point?
recognized.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I got
He
you.
definitely recognized me, and he asked me, can I come in to do the workshop? And I told him, give me a card. I'll let you know. I'll get back at you. And I smiled. So I kept it real classy. I never called him. I never emailed him, but it's all good. I took his card and I kept it moving.
Hey, I feel you, bro.
But listen, he's a great person. I pray for him because he definitely ignited, passion and fire and desire inside of me to go out and keep getting it. It just showed me that, people are gonna tell you no.
Oh, yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
So, what you gonna do? You can't stop. You gotta keep it
Right.
moving.
Right.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
And that's what's up, that
Definitely.
you had, you put the pride to the side. Because
Of
you
course.
easily could
Oh,
have
absolutely.
blew up on his face. You're
Yeah.
like, ha, look at me now. But you're like, nah, it's cool. And
There's no need for that.
you
I
know,
always
yeah.
gotta keep it humble.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
That's what's
Right.
up, bro. That's what's up.
And so with the book, I know we talked about inspiration a little bit, but what birthed the inspiration to start this book?
Yeah,
writing?
for sure. I always had a passion for writing. Shout out to my 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Hinckley, Great Plain Elementary School. She is definitely the reason why I am a writer. But and if you follow me on social media, I'm always good for a status, right? And then one day, this idea of putting a book together, I've always had in my head. But really, what it came down to was, I think, Christmas 2013 or 2014, I was in Paris. My girlfriend and I, went to Paris for Christmas. We were on the Eiffel Tower. We went ice skating, and then I remember at just one point I stopped and just to soak it all in. And I said to myself, "Wow, I'm in Paris."
Right,
I remember that
I'm in
story.
Paris, and, when the summertime came around, all of my friends went to like Cape Cod and
Correct.
Martha's Vineyard. I was riding my bike all around Danbury. So I just felt that I was finally at a place where I could put a story together. I had just opened the school. I'm in school for my doctorate, and I was just in a place where I said, I'm gonna put this in because I know a lot of people can relate to the story, and that's how it came about.
Right.
Yo,
That's amazing.
remember that crazy story? I went to bring you to the airport 2010. And you started flying. You were gonna go to London.
No, to Paris.
Yeah, you were gonna go to Paris.
Yes, to Paris.
All of a sudden, you called me like 5 hours later. I'm scared. I'm like, I'm like, yo, did the plane crash? You good? You're like, yo, you're gonna have to pick me back up. I'm like, bro, what happened?
Yeah.
And explain to them what happened, because it was a crazy situation.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to Paris in 2010.
That was 2010. Yeah.
Yes, my girlfriend was living in Paris at the time. And the night before, I was gonna go. a volcano erupted in Iceland, so it just canceled all air travel. But Delta Airlines told me that I could still fly.
Yeah.
As soon as I get to the airport, they canceled it. So I had to call my man Estres. He had to come back and get me. I was tired.
Yo, first I was scared. I'm like, bro, then you should have been in the air. Why you calling me? And then, then I found
crazy.
everything out.
Wow.
So upset.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit. Sorry, I'm just jumping in.
For real, let Rosie go.
I'm glad you got questions,
so
though.
sorry.
Talk to me, Rosie.
What I was gonna say was, I know you come from a big family.
Yes.
I know Rachel. Shout out to Rachel.
Shout out to Rachel.
That's my girl. I haven't seen her in such a long time. But how did you handle all this? I know you went down to school in North Carolina.
Correct.
So how did you do this whole shebang? Like, 'cause I know family is a big thing for you.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
So it's like, how'd you handle everything?
You know, it was a blessing because I think that every man at some point you have to figure out who you are. And you got to, I've always had my old. I'm the second to last youngest of 10. I have 5 older brothers. So I've always had protection around me.
Yeah.
And I was at a point where I was 17 years old. I said, I need to figure out who Simon is, solo. So I went off to school by myself, and it was great. I mean, I came home for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, spring breaks.
Correct.
But it was the best. I mean, I was cool.
Yeah.
I find myself missing my family now as a grown man. I live right in New York City, which is like an hour away. But when I was in Charlotte, I could go months without speaking to anyone and be cool.
And
but
straight.
yeah, I mean, they supported me.
Yeah,
Nice.
It was cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. So I was gonna say, tell us about the school. Like, how did that idea come about to start a school, open a school? How was the process? Just fill us in.
And what kind of school is it?
Yeah, that too.
Hold on. Before you answer that, why did you pick that school in North Carolina? I forgot. Johnson C. Yeah. Why did you pick that one?
Well, it was a couple.
Yeah.
There were a couple of reasons. So, my oldest brother's actually Donley, Abdullah, and one of their boys. They went down there to go to school, but they didn't stay there because of financial reasons, right? And then my older brother Mike, he went down there as well.
Shout out Obas too. What's up?
And he couldn't stay because of financial reasons.
Oh, okay.
And I had wanted also go to an HBCU. So Lawrence Chavis and myself, we went down and
Shout out Lawrence, man.
shout out to my man Lawrence. That's my brother Lawrence.
I miss you, bro.
I miss you too, my man. And so we went down there, and I got to Charlotte. I said, yo, I have to go to school here. I don't care what I gotta do. I'm going to school at Johnson C. Smith, and that's what it came down to.
Correct.
Wow.
And then I know Lawrence got into a little situation. He had to leave early, and I know that affected you.
Man, listen.
Aw.
Tell us about that.
Listen, I haven't shared this story. I don't share this story with too many people.
Yeah.
Because it's very it just makes me really sad.
No, I know. Really?
Long story short, we went down to school together. Again, in second semester freshman year, Lawrence had to leave because of financial reasons. And I just remember the night he left. I was crying. I was just in like tears. I mean, it was all of us. We was deep. We had it was 20 of us, and we were sitting on the steps in front of the dorm, and we was all just like reminiscing of the first time. And then it came down for me to leave. I drove him to the Greyhound, and we hugged each other, and I cried. And that was the first time in my life I really felt alone. I was like, yo, I'm really down here solo.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But
it was you alone.
that was me alone.
Yeah, and then you down there. Now you on your own.
Now I
in that little world.
was on my own.
Yeah,
Wow.
man. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's rough.
All right, go ahead, Vanya. I'm sorry.
Yes. So the school.
Yes,
How
so
did this come
school.
about?
So how they come about, man? I saw an ad on was it Monster.com for a founding assistant principal of the school, and I said, what is this about? So I reached out and I inquired in the principal. The founding principal of the school, we spoke, we interviewed. She thought I was dope. I thought she was dope. And she said, listen, I want you to do this for me. Wow. So this concept of founding a high school, I just want to break it down because a lot of people always ask questions about it. So in regards to putting up money, we didn't have to do that, right? There's a board. The board fundraises the money, and they're the ones who put the money up. The principal and myself, we were the ones in charge of putting the curriculum together, recruiting students, hiring teachers, putting all of that together, which is a lot of work for two people, alongside with the director of operations. So it was the three of us. Correct. So it's in the Bronx, South Bronx. It's 2 grades, 9th grade and the 10th grade. Last year we started with 9th grade. This year it's the 9th and the 10th grade. 250 students. Very, very very good experience.
So every time you start a year, a new class comes in, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
until you reach the 12th grade.
And then it repeats itself, obviously, like high school.
Yep.
Okay.
Now I know it's not just a regular school, right? What type of school is it?
Now, when you say regular, define regular. What's
Because
up?
it seems like you guys have a particular focus in the school. Like it's not just a regular
Y'all
public
should see
school
Mike
that-
Lowry's face right now.
For sure. So,
No, I mean that in a good way. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean like you guys specific focus on something. Right?
no, great. That's a great question. Let me clarify. So it's called the Charter High School for Law and Social Justice.
Okay.
So yeah, the focus is law and social justice,
Right,
but
which is awesome.
the students still, they still have the regular academic core classes
Yeah.
that they would take.
Yeah. But I like that you guys have that, specific focus. That's really
sure.
cool. That's awesome. I didn't mean that in a bad way.
Word. Simon, I got a funny question for you.
What's up?
Like I mentioned when we started the interview, a lot of people look up to you. A lot of people, you're a lot of people's role models.
Oh man.
So who is your role model?
Oh, that's a good one.
Man, that's a great question. I have a lot of role models. Definitely mom and dad.
Nice.
Definitely mom and dad. For sure. My older brothers.
Yes.
For sure. My line brothers.
Hey.
And for me to be a role model, you don't have to, be the president of a college. Like,
Correct.
my friends are my role models because
Right.
if you're in my circle, that means we're super tight. That means you're out on the grind and you're getting it. So my role models are my classmates, people who I'm getting my doctorate, some of my colleagues, definitely my line brothers. That's just you, my role model. Like, you started this radio station. It's very, very
Hold
inspiring.
on. Hold on. Nah, on some real, I shouted you out on the first episode. I don't know if y'all remember.
Yeah, I remember.
You inspired me so much. Because like I said, with that book, The Grind, if I did not read that book, we would not be here today.
Yeah,
Because
you
I
did
always
say that.
had the vision,
Humble, brother,
but I kept
humble.
procrastinating. I'm like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But I don't know what chapter I read. But as soon as, I don't know what you said, but as soon as I read that, I was like, all right, I put the book down, looked for offices, got this key, got it going. So honestly, bro, I wouldn't be here without you for real, bro.
I appreciate
Real
that.
talk. And I'm not even trying to front because you're my boy. I'm being real
No, you
serious.
did mention that first episode, yeah.
Good looking.
For real.
That's awesome. That's so really cool.
Real talk.
I have another question.
Go ahead.
So there's a quote that you had posted on your Instagram, which I want you to elaborate on.
Okay.
A bit. So it says, discipline is the bridge between setting goals and actually accomplishing them. So elaborate on what that means to you.
For sure. A lot of people have dreams and goals, but they don't put in the work to achieve it.
Right.
If you want to be a great basketball player, Michael Jordan was in the gym shooting 9,000 shots a day. So you got to work, right? It's like working out and building muscle. You want to get diesel and brolic, but you want that beach body. But you have to make time, and that's where the discipline comes in. Making time, being able to tell your friends, listen, I can't go out with y'all tonight, I have a paper that I gotta write, or I can't go to the club tonight because of X, Y, and Z. So that's what it comes down to, making the decision, setting time apart to actually work towards and achieving your goals.
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
Nice. And so how was that with writing the book? What was discipline like for you? If you could describe it in a couple words, what was it like being disciplined and committing to finishing this book?
Yeah, great question. What it came down to was, because I have work, I have school,
Right.
and then I have a life. So it's really just finding the time to say, okay, every single day, I know I have 60 minutes where I'm gonna spend time and write towards my book.
Yeah.
So it's a mindset thing. And once you make that decision with your mindset, it's already done.
That's so true. It starts here. That's so
Shh,
true.
Vanya. Shh.
Okay.
Anyways,
Vanya's on fire today.
y'all about to hear a mic vent real quick. Vanya, keep talking.
The M vent, the M, not the V vent, the M vent.
M vent.
The Laurie
with
vent.
Mr.
All right,
Laurie.
go ahead.
So, Mr. Simon.
What's up, boss?
Man. It's been a while since I see my boy right here.
What's up, bro?
I'm going back to high school, working in the AMP.
2004 days?
Yeah, sharing ho-hos upstairs.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah, you remember the outcome of that, right?
I sure did.
Yeah, I was just I got in trouble, you got in trouble. Oh, man.
I got fired, man.
Yeah.
They got rid of me for that one.
I remember. I was just he was just Mike, you want one? I was like, shh, I like ho-hos. Shoot.
Oh, my God.
And then next thing you know, all that happened. I was just I just stuffed it in my mouth oh, snap. What's going on? What's a ho-ho? Something chocolate.
Okay.
Shoot. But will there be another book? Are you thinking about writing another motivational book for people to read and better themselves?
For sure. I mean, that's a great question. So I actually, since I'm here, I might as well just announce it. I wrote.
You need a funk flex, Bob?
It's a clue. I thought it was a clue.
No. Charlamagne, that's funk flex.
That's flex?
Nah,
I thought it was clues.
Charlamagne, he messing it up. It's funk flex. Nah, man, that's a funk flex, Bob.
Drop. I wrote another book. It's already done. It's a children's book. I turned The Grind into a children's story.
What?
So it's done.
We need that in my school.
Yeah, we definitely need that in your school. We definitely need that in your school.
Oh my God.
It's done. It's a children's book. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you have any advice for Rosie, because I don't know if you know what's going on, but she's building a little learning center in the Dominican Republic.
Is she?
Yes.
Yes. Rosie, tell them about that. That's
I just came back, but I was looking for locations, but I went to do a little bit of promotion, and so I went and I just I gave out food and just things for the kids, I wouldn't say toys, but balls, things kids like, stickers. They went crazy. I was just so surprised to see how kids can be so happy with so little, and I was just grateful to see that, because now it pushed me more to open that school quicker, because I know they need it, and I'm not rich, but I know God's gonna give me everything I need to open that school.
Right.
So it's just everything's is process.
That's beautiful. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy to connect with you offline. We can discuss for sure.
Definitely, yes.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Word. Shoot, everybody opening the school.
What you about to open?
Listen. Mike Lowry got visions for his gym. I want to open my own gym, and not just a normal gym, like a gym with a cafe where people of all shapes and sizes and colors can sit down and talk and feel comfortable and be living a healthy lifestyle. But it's not like a normal gym. I have to find those investors, and it's a lot of.
Make sure you got a juice bar inside too.
Listen, I got it all. I have it all mapped out in my mind.
Right.
I just have to figure it out how I'm gonna do it.
As long as it's in your mind, if you visualize it,
Yes.
right? It's right there. And be disciplined.
I've had chapter 7, I believe. It's one of them chapters in there.
Wait, what page?
It's one of them chapters in there. I know that's
Since I've been 16, I've been saying I'm gonna retire by the time I'm 35. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do it, but I know I'm gonna do it.
You gonna get there.
I'm gonna get there.
You gonna make it happen. You gonna make it happen.
Simon, I'm gonna go left with this.
Oh God.
Oh snap. I mean, it could be anything.
Listen, hold on. I need my lawyer present. Hold on.
Nah, I got 2 left questions, but you're only a lawyer for this one.
All right, bet. Say no more. What's up? Talk to me.
You're a big hip hop fan.
I am.
Oh.
Who's your top 5?
Top 5? Ever or this generation?
Right. That's
I
Don't put this generation in it. That's not hip hop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Top 5 ever.
Top 5 ever, bro.
Greatest rapper ever, Jay-Z.
What?
Greatest rapper. It's my top 5, brother.
I said.
Greatest top 5. Jay-Z's number 1 for sure.
Okay.
Tupac. Big. Nas.
Okay.
Can the last one be split? Because I feel equal about this too.
You could have a 5th and have one come off the bench.
Yeah.
Fab number 5, Kiss is coming off the bench.
Okay.
Those are good.
I like that 6 man.
I like that.
I said Jay-Z's the best rapper ever. You had something to say about that. Why did you have something to say about that?
I don't see Jay-Z as number 1.
Why not?
Nah. I see Pop.
Bruh. Nah.
Yeah.
Listen. You cannot discount all of the work that Jay-Z has done since he's been in the game. I love Tupac, and that's why he's my number 2, but he's not here. I'm sorry.
You want to hear my top 5?
He's not here. What's up?
My top 5, you ready?
Go for it.
Hey, you would like it because
He's gonna say Young
you had
Thug.
4. Whoa.
If you say Young Thug, I'm walking out. I'm walking
This
out.
interview's over.
No. He's a top girl. He's a top 5 of women.
He's
Anyway,
a shim.
Go for it.
top 5.
Top 5. What we got?
Biggie,
Okay.
Jay,
Yes.
Fab.
Yep.
Who's my 4th? Wayne. I got Wayne.
Okay. I'll give you that.
And 5th, this is a sleeper, but I really like him. Papoose.
Papoose.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a little different.
Papoose got bars though.
You got bars.
He's nice.
I can name 10 rappers before Papoose though.
No, I know.
But it's your top 5. But it's your top 5.
But do they got bars?
Yes, bars.
Papoose bars. Papoose be going in.
Should I name them?
Go ahead.
Eminem.
Oh yeah. Eminem is up there. I mean, don't forget he did Jay-Z on his own Renegade.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He did. He got it. I mean, so we can, shout out to Papoose though. He's doing.
He's
I like what he got going on with him and Remy Ma.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Remy.
I like Pat. My next left question.
Yeah, what's up?
I need like 2 bombs for this.
Oh,
God. It is
what
go.
is this gonna be?
And I gotta stop the music.
Oh my.
Oh, is that serious?
It's that serious.
It's about to be real.
I gotta before I ask this question, I got a story with this question.
Okay.
Ever since I proposed to my wife,
Shout out to
I got yelled at by 2 different women. One of them is Simon's woman.
Oh.
The other one, I'm not gonna say whose woman it is, but he knows.
What happened?
After I put the ring on it, I got not cussed out, asked, can I speak to the gentleman? Because time is waiting. So my question to you, bruh.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh snap!
$1 million question.
He took it there, Simon.
And it's not just your women. A lot of people
The
wants to
whole
know
world.
what's the time frame? Because they waiting. Raven waiting. Shout out to Raven too. Raven, how you doing? How you doing, Raven?
Dun, dun, dun.
What's the time frame? What's the time frame?
Listen, man. Here's the deal. Here's the deal, fellas.
I'm listening. I'm all in.
Here's the deal. You gotta move on your own beat. You can't move because the world is watching or what Facebook is watching. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
I put a picture on Instagram or Facebook and it gets X amount of likes. In the comments, so when you getting married? When you getting married? Listen, man, I'm moving on my own time. I'm not worried about Facebook or the world.
Right.
So the world is going to wait, and they're just gonna have to, pay
I
attention.
respect that.
I like that answer.
But the grind is on sale right now. Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com, SimonObas.com. You dig what I'm saying?
That's hilarious. That's a great answer, though.
Once again, it's the We Break Silence Show. E. Charles, Rosie, Mike, Laurie.
I gotta go pick me up my copy.
Simon's here.
Yes,
Bro, you slacking, bro. You ain't gonna put, bro. It's about to be a year, right? About to be a year, right?
February 1st is coming up. February 1st.
Wow. Time flies.
No, like Simon says, I do it on my own time.
There you go.
But I've been watching.
I got one last question. Is this the last question?
Nah, we got time.
Okay, I got another question.
What's up?
Okay, so I asked Pam this also, kind of the same topic theme, I guess. So if you were to give a word of advice to someone out there, I guess who may be struggling, who has dreams and who has, things they want to accomplish, but it's just hitting roadblocks, either financially or just emotionally. What piece of advice would you give them, being that you've gone through tough times, you've seen highs and lows, and you're there, you're reaching your dreams? What could you give to them, a word of advice?
Great question. There's so many things that I would. Oh my God, there's so many, and I feel like these questions are always cliche. So I want to be really original with this one. Someone going through tough times, experiencing roadblocks.
Yeah.
You got to believe in your dream. I once heard Will Smith say, if you have a dream, you got to protect it. It's not going to be easy.
Correct.
You got to keep pushing. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams.
Yeah.
Be unapologetic about who you are. People are going to tell you no. You got to keep it pushing. You know what I mean? I'm definitely a living example of it. So you just got to believe in yourself and keep pushing.
Correct.
Okay.
That's what it comes down to. Keep pushing.
I like
That's
that.
awesome.
Until you reach it.
That's a great answer.
Simon,
Yo.
I need you to say it one more again. Tell everybody where they can purchase your book and how they can purchase your book.
For sure. Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, SimonObas.com, SimonObas.com. If you buy it from SimonObas.com, it will come signed. I'm going to personally sign it myself and send it over with a bookmark, priority shipping, ASAP.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Correct.
That's great information.
Y'all all go out there and pick up this book. It's a wonderful book. I will be doing so myself, and I will feel motivated.
Definitely
Inspiration.
support this man. One question.
Yo.
I know we had the situation earlier this year, with the cops, blue versus
Oh, we didn't
black,
talk about that,
a lot of stuff going on. And I know you felt a certain type of way and you took this issue to Danbury because you started a panel with what's this guy's face? What's this guy's name? Matt Price and a whole bunch of dudes. I can't think of them.
Shout out to Matt Price,
Yes.
Angelo, Tony Donardo.
Yes,
I had a few people. Jakeem.
Yes.
We had a few people up there. Yes.
So what made you bring it back home to Danbury to talk about this?
So for sure, for me, listen. One thing about Simon, I don't forget where I come from.
Yeah, and you really don't.
You know,
you always put CT on your sleeve.
Listen,
and I noticed that.
CT is where I'm from. I mean, I easily could have did it in New York City, and it would have honestly would have been even bigger in New York City because that's where really much of my network is. But for me, I know this is an issue affecting the entire country, and I want to bring awareness to this in my hometown. You know, for me, if we can inspire one person and change the minds of one person, then we did our job. So this is why I wanted to do it with people who I went to school with, just in town. This is where I come from. It's my hometown.
That's big.
That's awesome.
That's big. Anybody else got something else to say before we wrap it up? You good?
I ain't got nothing. Vanya covered everything because, you know, she done looked at my note, looked at Rosie's notes.
You always claiming I'm looking at your notes. Can't nobody see your phone?
Once again, We Break Silence show. E. Charles, Rosie, my Lord, Vanya. We Break Silence crew. Simon Obas is in the building.
Yes, thank you so much
Straight
for
knowledge.
coming.
Seriously, bro. Thank you for coming. Thank you for blessing us.
It's nice to have you.
You can come back anytime, bro. Just hit me up. You know, if you got more news. Oh, you got any shout outs, my brother?
Yeah, for sure.
Go ahead.
Definitely some shout outs, man. Family first and foremost. Mom, dad, older brothers, siblings, my line brothers, my man Jeff, Mike, Chauncey, Johnson C. Smith University. My classmates, shout out to my Fordham classmates, my students, you guys as well. And last but certainly but not least, you know, I again, when it comes to my relationship, I'm very private with that. A lot of people are in relationships, it's all over social media. I like to keep mine, you know, to myself. So throughout this entire book process, you know, Raven has definitely been the one behind me up the late nights, revising, editing, scratching stuff, rewriting. So I would be remiss if I did not, you know, take this time to acknowledge, you know, the lady who's been supporting me since day one. So shout out to my baby girl.
What's up, Raven?
She definitely gets a lot of love, for sure.
Hey man, what's the next place? Cause you always traveling, Brian. When you gonna take me with you? And you gonna pay for it.
See, I wanted to ask about that too, man.
Jamaica.
You paid for my ticket too, bro.
I ain't got broke. I ain't got it.
Listen, you had to kiss me in the forehead, so you know you gotta pay for my ticket.
Wait, can you name just where you been?
Where? Oh God. I've been to Haiti. I've been to Canada. I've been to DR. I've been to London, Paris, Rome, Venice, Thailand.
And you was tripping with Thailand with them tigers.
Hey,
you
listen,
brave, bro.
it's the
You was
best
petting
thing.
tigers?
Yeah,
I'm going Mpase.
No, papi, abase. Nah, don't do that.
I ain't doing no tigers, bro.
I feel like I forget
I can't even do cats. You want me to do a tiger?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm
Oh
good,
my
bro.
gosh.
I'm good.
Yeah, okay, true. Jamaica, Cancun.
Wow.
Oh God. I'm from Costa Rica.
Wow.
Puerto Rico. I'm going to Egypt on Sunday. What? Yeah, we're going to Egypt to fly out on Christmas
Be
night.
safe out there, bro.
I'm excited and I'm not even going.
I'm dying to go to Egypt.
Yeah, we're going
That's
to Egypt.
amazing. For how long?
For the week.
What?
Yeah, for the week. And
Wow.
in January, I'm going to DR. I'm going to see my brother. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Shout outs to Mono,
He lives
man.
out there?
Yeah, he lives in Santo Domingo, yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to my
That's
brother.
awesome.
Love him to death.
Mono, what's up, baby? Hold your head, baby. Everything's good.
Yes.
All
You've
right.
been all over the world.
Trying to.
That's what's up.
Once again, it's the We Break Silence Show. Make sure to follow us at IG, We Break Silence Show. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, We Break Silence Show. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at We Break Silence _. Follow Simon Obas
Yes.
at Obas9. Correct?
Correct.
All right.
You have
And-
a Twitter? You have a...
Yeah, I got a Twister, Mr. Obas, Mister, my last name Obas. I don't tweet though, I lurk, but I'm on Instagram, Facebook. Reach out to me. Cop the book. It's a great book, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you are on the grind trying to figure out whether you're out here getting it, you just need something, sustain that motivation.
Correct.
It's a good read. Pick it up.
Correct. Seriously.
Awesome.
Simon, thank you.
Thank you. Humble.
We'll be back at it again next week. 8 o'clock. Sorry for the delay. A little accident. I was here, but Mike.
Yeah.
Mike, was you really stuck in traffic, or was you just?
No, not stuck in traffic, bro. I was stuck at work.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Crazy day.
Need I say more?
Hospital life.
It's all good. Once again, it's the We Break Silence Show. We'll see you guys next week. Have a blessed